The arrival of my child turned my world upside down. It was a joyous occasion, of course, but it also brought a whirlwind of new responsibilities and a seismic shift in priorities. My old routines vanished overnight, replaced by a constant cycle of feedings, diaper changes, and soothing a crying baby. Every spare moment I had, and many moments I didn't think I had, were dedicated to caring for this tiny human who had instantly become the center of my universe. In those early months of parenthood, I barely recognized myself. The things that used to fill my days, pursuing hobbies, reading, learning new things, seemed like distant memories. I longed for those stolen moments of personal growth, those times when I could delve into a new subject or skill just for the pure joy of it. But with each passing day, the demands of work and family seemed to swallow up every available minute. I felt like I was on a treadmill just trying to keep up with the relentless pace of life. I knew I wasn't alone in this feeling. Talking to other parents, especially those with young children, I realized that many of us were grappling with the same challenge: how to balance the demands of work and family with the desire for personal growth. It felt like a constant tug-of-war, with our time and energy being pulled in countless directions. We all want to be the best parents we can be, providing for our children's needs and creating a loving and supportive home. But we also have ambitions and dreams of our own, things we want to achieve and skills we want to develop. Ignoring these aspirations can lead to feelings of frustration, even resentment. We risk losing sight of who we are as individuals, beyond our roles as parents and employees. The pressure to do it all can feel overwhelming. We're bombarded with messages that tell us we need to be super parents, excelling in our careers, and maintaining a fulfilling personal life, all while looking effortlessly stylish and put together. It's enough to make anyone feel inadequate. For a long time, I subscribed to the belief that mastering a new skill required a Herculean effort, specifically 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. This idea, popularized by Malcolm Gladwell in his book Outliers, seemed to confirm my suspicion that achieving any level of proficiency in a new area would require a massive investment of time that I simply didn't have. However, further research revealed that the 10,000-hour rule, while a helpful guideline in certain contexts, had been widely misinterpreted. Gladwell himself acknowledged that the 10,000-hour figure, based on research by psychologist Anders Ericsson, was specific to achieving world-class expertise in highly competitive fields. It was never intended to be a universal benchmark for all types of skill acquisition. The truth is, most of us aren't striving to become world-class performers or elite athletes. We simply want to learn new things, expand our horizons, and feel the satisfaction that comes with personal accomplishment. And for that, the 10,000-hour rule is not only unrealistic but also unnecessarily daunting. Section 4. 20 hours to proficiency, a more realistic goal. What if I told you that you could make significant progress in learning a new skill in just 20 hours? It might sound too good to be true, but it's not. The key is to shift your focus from aiming for perfection to prioritizing rapid skill acquisition. This means letting go of the need to be an expert right away and embracing the initial stages of learning, where progress is often most noticeable. The beauty of the 20-hour approach is that it breaks down the daunting task of mastering a new skill into manageable chunks. It makes the goal seem less overwhelming and more achievable, encouraging you to get started rather than procrastinating out of fear or self-doubt. Section 5. Mastering skills in 4 steps. So how do you make the most of those 20 hours? The key is to practice effectively. This involves a 4-step process. First, deconstruct the skill. Break down the skill you want to learn into smaller, more manageable sub-skills. This helps you focus on the most important elements and avoid feeling overwhelmed. For example, if you want to learn to play guitar, start by focusing on basic chords and strumming patterns before tackling more complex techniques. Second, learn enough to self-correct. Gather enough basic knowledge to identify and correct your own mistakes. This could involve watching tutorial videos, reading books, or taking a beginner's class. The goal is to become self-sufficient enough to practice independently. Third, remove distractions. Create an environment where you can focus solely on practicing without interruptions. This means turning off your phone, closing unnecessary tabs on your computer, and letting your family know you need some uninterrupted time. Finally, practice at least 20 hours. Commit to practicing for at least 20 hours, ideally in shorter, more frequent sessions. This consistent effort will help you solidify the new skill and build muscle memory. Section 6. Embracing the initial discomfort. Learning any new skill involves a certain level of discomfort. You'll make mistakes, feel frustrated, and want to give up. This is perfectly normal. The key is to embrace this discomfort as part of the learning process. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. I remember when I first started learning to play the ukulele. My fingers fumbled on the strings, the chords sounded clunky, and I felt incredibly self-conscious. But I persisted, practicing every day, even if it was just for 15 minutes. Slowly but surely, I started to improve. My fingers became more nimble, the chords sounded smoother, and I even learned to play a few simple songs. The sense of accomplishment I felt when I could finally play a song from start to finish was exhilarating. It reminded me that the initial discomfort of learning something new is always worth pushing through. Section 7. The joy of lifelong learning. Learning new skills is not just about acquiring specific abilities. It's about cultivating a mindset of curiosity, adaptability, and continuous growth. It's about embracing challenges, pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zones, and discovering hidden talents and passions. In a world that's constantly changing, the ability to learn new things quickly and effectively is more valuable than ever. It allows us to adapt to new situations, seize opportunities, and remain relevant in our chosen fields. But perhaps more importantly, it keeps our minds sharp, our spirits engaged, and our sense of wonder alive. So, what new skill will you unlock in the next 20 hours? The possibilities are endless. Start small, be consistent, and embrace the journey. You might be surprised at what you can achieve.